गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदं तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे. So let us continue with the shlokas because we are already delayed. 48 shloka number.
Yes, ma'am.
Read Bhagini, Savitri Bhagini.
Thank you, ma'am. Naveda yajnadhyanairna दानैर्न च क्रियाभिर्न तपोभिरुद्रैः एवं रूपः शक्य अहं नृलोके द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीरा। न वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैः न दानैः न च क्रियाभिः न तपोभिः उग्रैः एवं रूपः शक्य अहं नृलोके द्रष्टुं त्वदन्येन कुरु प्रवीरा। न अव्यय वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैः तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचन। न अगेन अव्ययम् दानैः तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचन च अव्ययम् क्रियाभिः तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचन तपोभिः तृतीया विभक्ति बहुवचन एवं रूपः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन शक्य प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन शक् धातु षत् प्रत्ययः क्यप् प्रत्ययः अहं दकारान्त अस्मत् शब्दस्य प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन नृलोके सप्तमी विभक्ति एकवचन द्रष्टुं दृष्टातु तुमुन् प्रत्ययः त्वदन्येन द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन तदन्येन कुरु प्रवीरा संबोधना प्रथमा विभक्ति पदार्थ कुरुवीर कुरुश्रेष्ठ नृलोके मनुष्यलोके वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैः निगमयाग स्वाध्यायैः एवं रूपः अहं ईदृशरूपाविशिष्टः अहं त्वदन्येन भवदितरेण द्रष्टुं वीक्षितुं न शक्यः न अर्हः दानैः न वितरणैः न द्रष्टुं शक्यः क्रियाभिः च न कर्माचरणैः अपि न उग्रैः तीव्रैः तपोभिः नियमैः न। अन्वय कुरु प्रवीरा नृलोके वेदयज्ञाध्ययनैः एवं रूपः अहं द्रष्टुं न शक्यः दानैः न क्रियाभिः च न उग्रैः तपोभिः न। तात्पर्यं कुरुश्रेष्ठ मृत्युलोके माम् एतादृशरूपं जनाः वेदानां कल्पसूत्रादीनां वा अध्ययनेन द्रष्टुं न शक्नुवन्ति न दानेन न कर्मणा नापि तीव्रेण तपसा केवलं भवान् माम् ईदृशं दृष्टवान्। व्याकरणं वेदाश्च यज्ञाश्च वेदयज्ञाः द्वन्द्वसमास वेदयज्ञानाम् अध्ययनानि वेदयज्ञाध्ययनानि तैः षष्ठी तत्पुरुष एवं रूपं यस्य सः एवं रूपः बहुव्रीहि समास नृणां लोकः नृलोकः तस्मिन् षष्ठी तत्पुरुष तावदेव।
Mastu. So whatever darshanam he has given to Arjuna, he says that not anybody will be able to see this form of mine through the study of the Vedas or by the sacrifices that they do, or by the scriptures that they recite, or by any kind of rituals or tapas.
Tapas.
Only this is only given to you.
Yeah, special.
Okay.
Good.
Anantaram, Surya Bhagini.
नमस्ते। माते व्यथा माचा विमूढभावः दृष्ट्वा रूपं घोरनेतृमेदं प्रेतमनाः पुनरत्वं तदेव मे रूपमिदं रूपश्च मा
అది గట్టిగా చదవండి భగిని. సౌండ్.
అవ్యయం మా అవ్యయం ते बहुवचनं तत्शब्दस्य बहुवचनं यथा यथा కూడా అవ్యయమే అవుతుంది కదా.
వ్యథ వ్యథ స్త్రీలింగ శబ్దం.
స్త్రీలింగం
ఆకారాంత స్త్రీలింగ శబ్దం.
ఆకారాంత స్త్రీలింగం ఏకవచనం. మా మళ్ళా అవ్యయం చ అవ్యయం విమూఢ భావ అకారాంత ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం అకారాంత శబ్దం ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం దృష్ట్వా ఇది క్వాంతం ప్రథమ అవ్యయం అవ్యయం రూపం ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం ఇది కూడా అకారాంత శబ్దం. ఘోరమేద్రం మమేదం.
భగిని ఇంకొంచెం ముచ్చైహి దగ్గరగా రండి మీ మైక్కి.
ఘోరమేద్రం మమేదం ఇది కూడా
ఘోరం నపుంసకం ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం. ఈదృక్ నపుంసకం ప్రథమా విభక్తి ఏకవచనం.
మమేదం
మమ ఇదం.
మమ ఇదం మమ షష్ఠి ఏకవచనం. అధశబ్దం కదా.
ఇదం సర్వనామ శబ్దం.
సర్వనామం
ఇదం శబ్దం సర్వనామం నపుంసక ప్రథమా విభక్తి ఏకవచనం.
ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం. యపేతభీహి అంటే ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం అయితే
ఇది కూడా అగైన్ ప్రథమా విభక్తి ఏకవచనం స్త్రీలింగ శబ్దం. భీహి స్త్రీలింగ శబ్దం.
ప్రేతమనాహ ఇది ప్రథమ బహువచనం.
ప్రీతమనాహ ప్రథమ పుంలింగ ప్రథమా విభక్తి ఏకవచనం ప్రీతమనాహ.
మనస్సు శబ్దమే కదా ఇది.
అవును.
ప్రథమ బహువచనం. పునరత్వం పునః త్వం పునః అవ్యయం త్వం ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం. తదేవ తద్ ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం. తద్ అవ్యయం.
ఏది అవ్యయం?
అవ్యయం ఏవ అవ్యయం. మే షష్ఠి ఏకవచనం. రూపం
ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం.
ఏకవచనం. ఇదం మళ్ళీ ఏకవచనం. ఏకవచనం ద్వివచనం.
ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం. రూపం ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం. ఇదం ఆల్సో ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం నపుంసకం.
లబంతం.
లోట్లకార మధ్యమ పురుష ఏకవచనం.
పదార్థ ఘోరం భయంకరం ఈదృక్ ఈదృశం. మమ ఇదం రూపం. మమ ఏతద్రూపం దృష్ట్వా అవలోక్య తే తవ యథా మా భయం మాస్తు విమూఢభావః చ మా మూఢచిత్తత్వం చ మాస్తు యపేతభీః अपगतभयः प्रेतमनाः सन्तुष्टचित्तः मे तदेव इदं मम स्थितपूर्वमेव तत् रूपं स्वरूपं पुनः प्रपश्य भूय ईश्वरस्व ईक्षस्व भूयः ईक्षस्व अन्वयः घोरं ईदृक् मम रूपं दृष्ट्वा ते व्यथा मा विमूढभावः च मा त्वं व्यपेतभिः प्रेतमनाः मे तत् एव इदं रूपं पुनः प्रपश्य तात्पर्यं भयङ्करं ईदृशं मम इदं स्वरूपम् अवलोक्य तव भयं मास्तु त्वम् अपगतभयः सन्तुष्टचित्तः मम स्थितपूर्वं तदेव स्वरूपं पुनः पश्य व्याकरणं विमूढस्य भावः विमूढभावः षष्ठी तत्पुरुषः व्यपेताभिः यस्मात् सः व्यपेतभिः बहुव्रीहिः प्रेतं मनः यस्य सः प्रेतमनाः बहुव्रीहिः.
So,
प्रपश्य क्रियापदं त्वं प्रपश्य त्वं तत्र
त्वं प्रपश्य त्वं कीदृशं त्वं प्रपश्य
घोरं ईदृक्
प्रीतमनाः व्यपेतभिः त्वं प्रपश्य कं प्रपश्य रूपं प्रपश्य कस्य रूपं मे रूपं అంటే మమ రూపం మమ కీదృశం రూపం ఇదం రూపం తదేవ రూపం సో idam and tad will be visheshanas to rupam. Rupam is karma padam to prapashya. That is why it is napumsaka dvitiya vibhakti. Me rupam, mama, me will be shashti sambandha to rupam. Tvam. So pritamanaha vyapeta bhihi. So vyapeta bhihi means without fear. So
అంటే విడిచిపెట్టడం అని వస్తుందా?
Yes. So do not fear. You look at my form, punaha tadeva rupam. Whatever form earlier I was showing you, that same form, you look at it with a pritamanaha and vyapeta bhihi. Without fearing and with a pleasant heart. And what is the first part of the sentence? There we can take bhavatu as adyahritam kriyapadam. Vimudha bhavaha bhavatu. Vimudha bhavaha bhavatu. And vyathama. Don't have any fear. Idam ghoram rupam drishtva. Okay. Idam ghoram rupam mama rupam drishtva idrik ma bhavatu. Means don't become like this. Here idrik can be taken as like this. Don't become like this.
ఈదృక్ అంటే ఈ ప్రకారంగా అనొచ్చేమో కదా.
Ante. In this way. Don't become like this. In this way. So this idrik idam ghoram rupam idrik drishtva. So we have to take idrik as vidhe visheshana to rupam. Okay. So don't become vimudha bhavaha by looking at mama idam ghoram rupam idrik. Means the way you have to look at this rupam should change. So by this, what can we understand? How we look at something. If you look at something and feel that it is fearful, you will be feared. But don't look at my rupam in such a way. Idrik. Idrik na drish. Idrik ma drishtva.
Idrik
Idrik
words
drishtva mama.
Pratipadikam va?
Say that again, Bhagini.
Idrik. That's the Pratipadikam Idrish va?
Correct, correct.
Oh.
So, idam mama ghoram rupam idrik drishtva means you are looking at this rupam in such a way, in like that, and looking at it like that, vyatha ma bhavatu, vimudha bhavaha ma bhavatu. Okay? Vimudha bhavaha ma bhavatu, vyatha ma bhavatu. So don't have any fear looking at this kind of my form. You be free from fear and look at me again with a happy heart. Prita manaha. Punaha tvam tadeva me rupam prapashya. Okay? Astu. Anantaram, Alivelu Bhagini.
आं भगिनि सञ्जय उवाच इत्यर्जुनं वासुदेवस्तथोक्त्वा स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास भूयः आश्वासयामास च पीतमीनं भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुर्महात्मा इति अर्जुनं वासुदेवः तथा उक्त्वा स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास भूयः आश्वासयामास च भीतम् एनं भूत्वा पुनः सौम्य वपुः महात्मा इति अव्ययम् अर्जुनं द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचनं वासुदेवः प्रथमा एकवचनं पुंलिङ्गं वासुदेवः तथा अव्ययम् उक्त्वा त्वान्तं पच् धातुः स्वकं రూపం అంటే ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం అవుతుంది కదా భాగిని
నపుంసకం ద్వితీయ ఏకవచనం
రూపం కూడా ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం దర్శయామాస అంటే అవ్యయం అవుతుందా నిజంతమా
దర్శయామాస దర్శయ సో దర్శయతి సో నిజంతం
లిట్లకారమా భూయః అవ్యయం అంటే భూయః అంటే అగైన్ అని కదా ఆశ్వాసయామాస ఇది అంటే లిట్లకారం చ అవ్యయం నిజంతం భీతమేనం భీతం ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం ఏనము ద్వితీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం ఇదం శబ్దస్య ఇదం భూత్వా త్వాంతం భూధాతుః పునః అవ్యయం సౌమ్యవపు మహాత్మా సంబోధన ఏకవచనం
మహాత్మా ప్రథమా విభక్తి ఏకవచనమేవ
మహాత్మన్ తత్పదికమా ప్రథమా విభక్తి ఏకవచనం మహాత్మన్
సౌమ్యవపుః ఆల్సో నపుంసకం ప్రథమా విభక్తి ఏకవచనం బహువ్రీహి సమాస అయితే హియర్ వపుః బై ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఇస్ అ నపుంసకలింగ శబ్దం బట్ సౌమ్యవపుః
మహాత్మన్ కూడా నపుంసకలింగమే అవుతుంది కదా మహాత్మన్ ప్రాతిపదిక మహాత్మా ప్రథమా విభక్తి నపుంసకలింగ ఏకవచనం కదా
but here it is referring to a person, so we take it as pumlinga.
ఇప్పుడు సౌమ్య వపుః కూడా పుంలింగ ఏకవచనం पदार्थः वासुदेवः श्रीकृष्णः इति एवम् अर्जुनं पार्थं तथा उक्त्वा तेन प्रकारेण कथयित्वा स्वकं रूपं स्वीयं रूपं भूयः दर्शयामास पुनः दर्शितवान् महात्मा पुनः भगवान् तु सौम्यवपुः भूत्वा सौम्यशरीरः भूत्वा भीतं भयग्रस्तं एनम् अमुम् आश्वासयामास च सान्त्वयामास च सान्त्वयामास च अन्वयः वासुदेवः इति अर्जुनं तथा उक्त्वा स्वकं रूपं भूयः दर्शयामास महात्मा सौम्यवपुः पुनः भूत्वा भीतम् एनम् आश्वासयामास च तात्पर्यम् श्रीकृष्णः एवम् अर्जुनं पूर्वोक्तप्रकारेण कथयित्वा स्वीयं रूपं पुनः दर्शयामास ततश्च महानुभावः सः सौम्यशरीरः सन् भयग्रस्तम् एनम् अर्जुनं सान्त्वयामास व्याकरणं सौम्यं वपुः यस्य सः सौम्यवपुः बहुव्रीहि धन्यवाद भगिनी
So here actually Atma by itself is a Pumlinga Shabdam only. Atman, Nakaranta Pumlinga Shabdam.
पुंलिङ्गं
Mahatma also is Pumlingam, but Atman by itself also is Pumlinga.
पुंलिङ्गमन्य okay.
But Vapuhu is originally an Apumsaka, but because of the Samasa word, Saumya Vapuhu, because it is Vidhe Visheshana to Mahatma, we can take it as Pumlinga.
Okay.
Mahatma Saumya Vapuhu Bhutva. So again he took a Saumya form, a gentle form. Bhutva Ashvasayamasa. So he kind of consoled him. How did he console? Saying that
स्वकं रूपं दर्शयामास.
So he again showed him his form.
Original form.
Vasudevaha Arjunam tatha uktva swakam rupam darshayamasa bhuyaha ashvasayamasa kam bhitam enam. Okay, he again consoled him. Don't worry, don't be afraid, like that. Like that he consoled him and punaha saumya vapuhu bhutva enam bhitam ashvasayamasa. Okay. So what did he say in the previous shloka? You look at this form again without fear. Okay, you are looking at this form in this way, but you don't fear, don't have any kind of fear. And then he says, after saying like that, he again showed his form to that terrified Arjuna, but now he showed a gentle form. So earlier the form was a little ghoram, but now he made it Saumya Vapuhu. And then he again gave darshana to Arjuna. So Sanjaya is explaining all this to Dhritarashtra. Okay. Anantaram? Anantaram? Who is there? So here what is the two Kriya Padams are there? The first part Darshayamasa, for the second part Ashvasayamasa. Iti uktva Arjunam Swakam Rupam Darshayamasa. So here we have Arjunam is one Kriya Karma Padam and Rupam is another Karma Padam. Which will be the Mukhya Karma and which will be the Gauna Karma?
Arjunam is the Mukhya Karma.
In why?
He showed it. He showed to him. Showed him.
Hmm. So what is the purpose of showing?
To get rid of fear from Arjuna.
Vyakarana ritya. So Vyakarana ritya, whenever we are having a question about which one is Mukhya Karma, which one is the Kartrupadam, whenever we are having that doubt, we have to question the Dhatvartha of the Kriya Padam and what is the phalam expected out of it.
Out of it.
So when we are saying Darshaya Masa, what is the purpose of that showing? What is the purpose? For this person to see that form. Right? So Rupam will be Mukhya Karma. Because the purpose of this person doing that action, Vasudevaha Darshayamasa. So he is trying to show. And what is the phalam of this showing? That form should be seen. That form should be seen. So Rupam will be Mukhya Karma. Arjunam is also karma. Here it is taken as karma padam. But if needed, you can even put it in Chaturthi. Arjunaya.
Arjunaya Darsayami.
We can say that, right?
Yes.
But whereas Rupam cannot be expressed in any other vibhakti other than Dvitiya vibhakti. That itself is again showing that Rupam only is the Mukhya Karma. Arjunam is also a karma padam. You can put it in Dvitiya Vibhakti, or you can also put it in, there are other options there. Whenever a word has other options, it will not be Mukhya Karma. It will be Gauna Karma. Only a word which has no other option other than being in Dvitiya Vibhakti and Karma Padam, only that will be the Mukhya Karma. So like that also we can evaluate whenever we are in doubt. Two ways to evaluate. One is what is the dhatvartha and the phalam of that dhatu. Vyaparam and phalam will be there. For every dhatu, two meanings will be there. One is the vyaparam and the other one is the phalam. Vyaparam means the actual action. Who is doing that action? That will be the kartrupadam. So the vyaparam will always show you, point you to the karta. So here who is doing that vyaparam?
Krishna.
Vasudevaha. In this shloka, the word is Vasudevaha. Because he is the doing the action of showing. So that will be the karta. And what is the phalam of this action? Showing that form. So Rupam will be the phalam. Seeing that Rupam will be the phalam. So the phalam is in the word Rupam. The phalam of this dhatu is in the word Rupam. So that will become the karma pada. And Arjunam will be here the actual Arjuna is benefiting, or Arjuna is seeing, or he had that experience of seeing. So you can either put it in karma form or in Chaturthi, Sampradana. Because he is the one benefiting from this action. In that way, it will become Sampradana. So Arjunaya also you can write. So that way you have to see. One is where is the phalam of this kriya. That is the first clue for you to identify the Mukhya Karma. The second one is you test whether that word can be expressed in any other vibhakti and still the grammar is correct. Okay. If it is correct, then that will become Gauna Karma. Arjunaya is still applicable here. It will still be a valid grammatical sentence. So, Arjuna will be Gauna Karma here. Whereas Rupam, can you put it in any other vibhakti other than Dvitiya vibhakti? No.
No.
So, it will be Mukhya Karma. So, these are the two ways you can check whenever you have more than one Karma Padam. And if you have a doubt, which is Mukhya Karma and which is Gauna Karma, these are the two ways you can decide. Okay. The second sentence is Saumya Mahatma Enam Bhitam or Mahatma Saumya Vapuhu Punaha Bhutva Enam Bhitam Ashvasayamasa. So he told, don't look at my Ghoram Rupam in this way and don't be afraid. After saying that, then again he changed his form into a more gentler form and he showed him again. He told him to see. Okay. Anantaram. Toshali Bagini?
भगिनि अर्जुन उवाच दृष्टवेदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानमस्मि संवृत्तः सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः दृष्ट्वा इदं मानुषं रूपं तव सौम्यं जनार्दन इदानीम् अस्मि संवृत्तः सचेताः प्रकृतिं गतः दृष्ट्वा त्वान्त इदं सर्वनाम प्रथम एकवचन मानुष्यम द्वितीय एकवचन रूपम द्वितीय एकवचन तव षष्ठी एकवचन सौम्यम द्वितीय एकवचन जनार्दन संबोधनम प्रथम एकवचन इदानीम इदानीम अव्यय
अव्ययम
हाँ अस्मि लट्लकारः प्रथम एकवचन
लट्लकार उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन
उत्तम पुरुष हाँ उत्तम पुरुष एकवचन संवृत्तः प्रथम एकवचनः सचेताः सचेत प्रथम बहुवचन प्रकृतिं द्वितीय एकवचन गतः गतः
ख प्रत्ययम
which one
ख प्रत्ययम
त हाँ या
प्रथमा एकवचनम
या forgetting all पदार्थः जनार्दन श्रीकृष्ण सौम्यं प्रसन्नं मानुषं मानवीयम् इदम् एतत् तव रूपं ते रूपं दृष्ट्वा अवलोक्य इदानीम् अधुना प्रकृतिं पूर्वावस्थां गतः प्राप्तः सचेताः प्रसन्नमनाः संवृत्तः सञ्जातः अस्मि भवामि अन्वयः जनार्दन सौम्यं मानुषम् इदं तव रूपं दृष्ट्वा इदानीं प्रकृतिं गतः सचेताः संवृतः अस्मि तात्पर्यं श्रीकृष्ण प्रसन्नं मानवीयम् एतत् तव रूपं दृष्ट्वा अधुना प्रसन्नमनाः प्रकृतिस्थः च सञ्जातः अस्मि माध्वमतं हे जनार्दन किंचित मनुष्यवत् दृश्यमानं रूपं वीक्ष्य मम चेतः प्रसन्नम् अभवत्.
So here now Arjuna says,
क्रियापदम
continue. Tell Vani. क्रियापदम किम?
गतः क्रियापदम
अस्मि is also there.
हाँ दृष्ट्वा क्रियापदम नास्ति न?
Drishtva is not the main kriyapadam. Purvakala we can say. So first you start with asmi. So asmi prathama kriyapadam. Kaha asmi? Aham asmi. Okay?
अहम अस्मि. हाँ अहम अध्यरुतम अर्जुनः.
अहम कथम अस्मि?
संवृत्तः सचेताः.
संवृतः अस्मि गतः अस्मि सचेताः अपि अस्मि. We have here 3 vidheya visheshanas. Aham samvritaha asmi, gataha asmi, sachetaha asmi. Kim kritva samvritaha gataha sachetaha asmi aham?
तव तव मानुषं रूपं दृष्ट्वा
तव सौम्यं मानुषम् इदं रूपं दृष्ट्वा अहम् इदानीं संवृतः अस्मि,
वृतः सचेतः
प्रकृतिं गतः अस्मि. So I
Yeah.
became my own nature. I am restored back to my own nature. Okay?
Okay.
So samvritaha is more like I'm more calm now. Sachetaha is my mind is also with the help of my mind, or my mind is also more calm. And I have been restored to my nature. Prakritim gataha. With my mind, which is composed. Samvritaha sachetaha aham prakritim gataha. Like that also we can say actually.
Yeah. धन्यवादः.
अस्तु. अनन्तरम् अल्लिराणि भगिनी.
भगिनि. श्रीभगवानुवाच सुदुत्तर्षमिदं रूपं दृष्टवानसि मयन्मम देव अप्यस्य रूपस्य नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः. सुदुत्तर्षम् इदं रूपं दृष्टवान् असि यन्मम देव अपि अस्य रूपस्य नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः. सुदुत्तर्षं द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचनम्. इदं द्वितीया
विभक्ति एकवचनम्.
इदं द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचनं. रूपं द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचनं. दृष्टवान्
क्तवतु प्रत्ययम्.
मेडम्
क्तवतु प्रत्ययम्.
तोतु प्रत्ययम्.
प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनम्.
असि
मध्यमपुरुष एकवचनं लट्लकार.
यत् मम చూడండి.
यत् अगेन यत् शब्दं नपुंसक द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचनं.
नपुंसकलिङ्गं. मम षष्ठी विभक्ति एकवचनं. देवाः అక్కడ లోపం విసర్గలోపం. देवाः प्रथमा विभक्ति
बहुवचनं.
बहुवचनं. अपि अव्ययम्. अस्य षष्ठी एकवचनं अस्मत् रूपं. रूपस्य षष्ठी एकवचनं. नित्यं प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं. दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचनं. एकवचनं.
काङ्क्षिणः दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः. It is बहुवचनं.
काङ्क्षिणः
बहुवचनं.
देवाः कदा అందుకంత बहुवचनं. तदार्थः सुदुत्तर्षं दुरवलोकं मम यत् इदं मे यत् एतत् रूपं स्वरूपं दृष्टवान् असि अवलोकितवान् असि अस्य एतस्य रूपस्य आकारस्य देवाः अपि सुराः अपि नित्यं सततं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः ईक्षणासक्ताः. अन्वयः. सुदुत्तर्षं यत् इदं रूपं दृष्टवान् असि अस्य रूपस्य देवाः अपि नित्यं दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः. तात्पर्यं मम यत् रूपम् अधुना त्वं दृष्टवान् अस्ति एतत् अतीव दुर्लभम् मदीयम् एतत् रूपं द्रष्टुं देवाः अपि सर्वदा आकाङ्क्षिणः भवन्ति व्याकरणम् सुदुर् इत्येतयोः उपपदयोः दृश् धातोः कर्मणि खलु कृत्सेन द्रष्टुं शक्यम् इत्यतः दर्शनं काङ्क्षन्ति इति दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः ताच्छी लोके कर्तर्यणिनिः उपपदसमासश्च
So Kriyapadam kim?
दर्शनकाङ्क्षिणः पद
Aha.
असि
Asi is one Kriyapadam.
असि
Atra tvam asi.
त्वम् असि
Tvam kaha asi? Drishtavan asi.
दृष्टवान् असि
Tvam kam drishtavan asi or kim drishtavan asi?
इदं रूपं दृष्टवान् अस्मि
Yat idam sudurdarsham rupam drishtavan asi. And whichever form you have seen, okay, which is very difficult to see, that asya rupasya nityam darshanakankshinah devaha darshanakankshinah santi. Okay, whichever form. Yat rupam, yat idam sudurdarsham rupam tvam drishtavan asi, whichever form you have been able to see right now, that forms darshanakankshinah, asya rupasya darshanakankshinah santi. Kaha or ke devaha. So even the devas long to see this form, whichever form you are able to see, which is very difficult to obtain the darshanam of that kind of form. That kind of form which you saw, the devas are very desirous to see. Darshana kankshinaha, they are very desirous to see, always, nityam. Ante forever they have not been able to see this form, whichever you were able to see. And which is, what kind of form is that? Very hard form to be seen. Sudur darsham.
Dharvalokam. Cannot see. Others cannot see.
Others will not be able to see. That is why they are always constantly waiting, are desirous to get a hold of this rupam.
To see the rupam.
Okay. Astu. So we can take santi as adhyahritam in the second part of the sentence. Devaha darshana kankshinaha santi. Kasya darshana kankshinaha santi rupasya. Asya rupasya. Katham darshana kankshinaha santi nityam. Okay. Anantaram punaha Savitri Bhagini.
Yes. Naham vedairna tapasa na danena na chejaya shakya evam vidho drashtum drashtavanasi mam yatha na aham vedaihi na tapasa na danena na cha ijyaya shakya evam vidaha drashtum drashtuvan asi mam yatha na avyaya aham pratama vibhakti ekvachana vedaihi tritiya vibhakti bahuvachana na avyaya tapasa tritiya vibhakti ekvachana tapas sakaranta napumsakalinga danena tritiya vibhakti ekvachana na cha avyaya ijya Tritiya Vibhakti Ekvachana. Strilingam va? Ijya. Strilingam.
Nitya. Where is it?
Ijyaya.
Ijjaya. Tritiya vibhakti, yes.
तृतीया भक्ति एकवचनं
Strilingam, yes.
शक्य
Shakyah.
शक्यः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन एवं विधः प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन द्रष्टुं दृष्टा तु तुमन् प्रत्यय दृष्टवान् प्रथमा विभक्ति एकवचन असि अस् धातुः द्वितीया मध्यमपुरुष एकवचन मां द्वितीया विभक्ति एकवचन यथा अव्यय पदतः वेदैः निगमैः एवं विधः एवं प्रकारः अहं द्रष्टुं विलोकितुं न शक्यः न अर्हः तपसा न तपश्चर्यया न शक्यः दानेन वितरणेन न इज्जया च यज्ञेन अपि न यथा येन प्रकारेण मा दृष्टवान् असि विलोकितवान् असि अहम् एवं विधः वेदैः न तपसा न दानेन न इज्जया च न द्रष्टुं शक्यः यथा मां दृष्टवान् असि तात्पर्यम् अहम् एवं प्रकारः निगमैः तपसा वितरणेन यज्ञेन च द्रष्टुं न शक्यः येन प्रकारेण मां दृष्टवान् असि व्याकरणम् एवं विधा यस्य सः एवं विधः बहुव्रीहि समासः असि क्रियापदम् अस्ति खलु असि एव दृष्टवान् असि
So asi drishtavan asi. Asi is the kriya padam. So tvam drishtavan asi. Okay, kam drishtavan, mam drishtavan asi. Yatha. Yatha tvam mam drishtavan asi. However you have seen me. Yatha mam tvam drishtavan asi. Tatha evam vidaha
न शक्य
अहम तपसा दानेन वेदैः इज्यया द्रष्टुं न शक्यः एवं विधः in that way nobody can see me or I cannot be seen. Instead of nobody can see me, in that way I cannot be seen.
yes
द्रष्टुम् अहम् एवं विधः द्रष्टुं न शक्यः. So here shakyah itself will be the kriya padam.
शक्यः
Or we can take asmi. Aham na shakyah asmi. Drashtum na shakyah asmi. I cannot be seen like that.
yes
Evam vidaha. That will be the kriya visheshana.
yes
अस्तु अनन्तरं पुनः सूर्या भगिनी.
भक्त्या त्वनन्या सिद्ध्याः अहमेवं विधोऽर्जुन ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं च तत्त्वेन प्रवेष्टुं च परन्तप भक्त्या तृतीय एकवचनं భక్తి ఇకారంతో స్త్రీలింగం త్వనన్య ఇది కూడా తు అనన్య తు అవ్యయం అనజయ ఇది కూడా తృతీయ ఏకవచనం శక్య ఇది ప్రథమ ఏకవచనం ఇది శక్కు ప్రాతిపదికం అవుతుందా ఇది
Shak is the dhatu actually. Shakya will be the pratipadikam.
अहम अहम प्रथमा एकवचनम एवं अव्ययम वेदः प्रथमा एकवचनम अर्जुन संबोधन प्रथमा एकवचनम ज्ञातुम तुमुन ज्ञाधातुవు तुमुन प्रत्ययम द्रष्टुम కూడా द्रष्टुम
దృష్ ధాతు తుమున్నంత.
ధాతువు तुमुन्नंत च अव्ययम तत्वेन ఇక్కడ తృతీయ ఏకవచనం తత్వేన అంటే తత్వం
తత్వేన తత్వ నపుంసకలింగ తృతీయ విభక్తి ఏకవచనం.
ప్రవేశం ఇది కూడా తృతీయ ఇది తుమున్నంతం రా ఉపసర్గ విశుద్ధాతువ ఇది
ప్రవేష్టుం ప్ర ఉపసర్గ విష్ ధాతు. ఎస్.
చ అవ్యయం పరంతప సంబోధన పదార్థ పరంతప శత్రుతాపన అనన్యయ అనితరయ భక్త్యా తు ప్రేమ్ణా తు ఏవం విధః అహం ఏవం ప్రకారః అహం తత్వేన పరమార్థతః జ్ఞాతుం వేదితుం ద్రష్టుం చ అవలోకితుం చ ప్రవేష్టుం చ ప్రాప్తుం చ శక్యః అర్హః. అన్వయః పరంతప అర్జున అహం అనన్యయా భక్త్యా తు ఏవం విధః తత్వేన జ్ఞాతుం ద్రష్టుం చ ప్రవేష్టుం చ శక్యః. తాత్పర్యం శత్రుతాపన అర్జున అహం అనిరతేన ప్రేమ్ణా తు ఏవం ప్రకారః తత్వతః వేదితుం ద్రష్టుం చ ప్రాప్తుం చ శక్యః నాన్యేన ఉపాయేన. మాధ్యమకం హే అర్జున అనన్య భక్త్యేవ మాం జ్ఞాతుం సాక్షాత్కర్తుం చ శక్యతే మమ సాయుజ్యం ప్రాప్తుం. ఇందులో శక్యః కాదు అనన్యా భక్త్యా ఏవం విధః తత్వేన జ్ఞాతుం
అనన్యా భక్త్యా
పదం వస్తే అవుతుందా?
శక్యః. అస్మి we can take it as అధ్యాహృతం. సో అహం శక్యः अस्मि. अहं कं शक्यः अस्मि और किं कर्तुं शक्यः अस्मि? द्रष्टुम्. अहं द्रष्टुं शक्यः अस्मि. అక్కడ అస్మి ఈవెన్ we can use just శక్యः. అహం శక్యः. I can be seen. ద్రష్టుం శక్యः. అహం ద్రష్టుం శక్యः. Asmi also, like for a proper Vyakarana sentence structure, you can take Asmi as Adhyahritam. So, Aham Drashtum Shakyah Asmi. I can be seen. Here, Shakyah should be taken as Ktha Pratyayam. And then, and what else? Not only Drashtum, Jnatum, Praveshtum, Shakyah Asmi. Kena Bhaktya. केन शक्यः द्रष्टुं ज्ञातुं प्रवेष्टुं केन शक्यः भक्त्या अनन्या भक्त्या कीदृश्या भक्त्या अनन्या भक्त्या तत्वेन अपि. Now what is tatvena? Ante being able to see me or knowing me by my reality. Not simply looking at me as something else. You should be able to understand who I am by the tattvam. Okay, so tattvena ज्ञातुं praveshtum drashtum shakyate. And bhaktya. Kidrishya bhaktya, ananya bhaktya. Ananyaya bhaktya. So the bhakti should be undivided. And not only bhakti, just having bhakti is not enough. We should be able to understand the tattvam of the Paramatma. Only then you will be able to see him. Otherwise, that is where the problem lies many times. People do have devotion, they have bhakti, but blind bhakti. They don't understand the tattvam of Paramatma. That is the reason why all these problems are coming. Because they are unable to understand the tattvam of the Paramatma, but they have this blind devotion. And because of unable to understand the tattvam, they are doing things which are not helping them to see the Paramatma. Only when you see, like we say, in the dark, when you see a rope, you think it is a snake. And because of that, we are experiencing fear. Only when the light is on, you will understand that it is not snake, it is rope. So that light is the Paramatma Tattva Jnanam. So many times that because that Tattva Jnanam is missing, people are looking at rope and thinking it is snake. That Brahma, that Bhranti is there. Now there is a crystal on which sunlight is falling. And normally crystals do not have any color. It is pure white or clear. But somebody places a flower in behind it, a mandara, a hibiscus flower, red color hibiscus flower. It is behind the crystal. You cannot see the flower. But now the crystal is appearing red in color. As long as you don't know that there is mandara behind the crystal, and if you don't know the tattvam of the crystal, what will happen? Somebody that is looking at it will think, okay, this crystal is red in color. Either you should be able to see the flower and understand the red color is coming from the flower and not the crystal. Or if you are not able to see the flower, it is okay. But you should know the properties of the crystal. If you know that the crystal does not exist in red color, then you will try to find out where that red color is coming from. So then you will go and search around it and you will figure out, okay, this flower is giving this red color. You will remove the flower and again it will be white in color. So either you should know the tattvam of the crystal or the flower should be seen. Only then you will understand that the crystal, the red color is coming from the flower. Without that, if somebody simply sits and watches the crystal which is red in color and they think, okay, the crystal is red in color, that's it. They are not making any effort to understand the nature of the crystal. They are not able to understand the nature of the crystal. They are not making even an attempt to understand the nature of the crystal. So they are simply going with whatever is visible to the naked eye. That's all. So then what is the point? You can only see and enjoy because this is an object which can only be seen and enjoyed. It is fine. That is fine. But what if it is something that you need to understand to get the most out of it? Then what is the point if you are not putting in an effort to understand it? Then we are wasting our time. We are wasting this Janma. This Manava Janma is so precious. The main purpose of Manava Janma is to attain moksha, to clear our karmas and move on into the next level. Move on to the next level. But if that is not being accomplished, then the time is simply passing away without any result. So that should always be in on our mind. What are we here for? Why is this Manava Janma? Why are we given this? We are given this life to clear our karmas. Knowingly or unknowingly, we have done good things and bad things. We have to clear. Every step, if we are conscious, okay, today I got this difficulty. Why? Because I must have done something wrong in the past, knowingly or unknowingly. I don't know what I have done in my previous lives. But because of that, whatever good or whatever bad I am getting in this life is because of what I have done in the past. So at least now that we know that, we have experienced the pain of the difficulties. So we have to be conscious. If I am not conscious now, again in my next life I will experience difficulties. With that mindset, if we conduct ourselves constantly, then automatically people will fall in on the right path. But if they don't understand that tattva, the karma phalam, how the karma phalam will come back to us, if they do not understand that, they won't have that fear because they don't understand how it works. That tattva jnanam is not there. So that is why they don't fear. That is why these people, many people, what do they say? It is only one life. Who knows what will happen to you after death? Who knows? I don't know what I was in my past life. So I will not know what I am in the next life. This is only one life. What I know is this life. So I will live this life to the fullest. And in their meaning, living to the fullest is enjoying, simply enjoying. Enjoying not in the right way, but in things that will only put them in further difficulties. Like if you spend all your money, you will fall into difficulties at some point. If you are not eating the right food, your health will spoil. So, like this, thinking that this is only one life and enjoying it every minute of it, not in the right way again, they are spoiling their own lives. So, so how can they see Paramatma? How can such people see Paramatma? So that is what Paramatma is saying. My form, whichever you have seen, even the Devas are longing to see it. It is such a form which is very hard for anybody to get the darshana. But you got that darshan. But at the same time, it is not like it is not attainable. You can attain me, but with unwavering bhakti and with tattvam, understanding my tattvam. With these two only, there should be no doubt whatsoever in our minds. That is Ananya Bhakti. The second one is simply having that blind.
వేరే వేటి మీద దృష్టి పెట్టకుండగా నా మీదే దృష్టి పెట్టడం అంతే.
Correct. So many times what happens is that wavering bhakti will be there. I have seen this. So people will say whenever they get difficulties, oh, God is not there. Otherwise, he wouldn't have given me this difficulty. Immediately, the minute they face a difficulty, they will blame God. The minute they face something good, they think it is their own greatness. But the minute they face difficulty, God is not kind to me. He is giving me all these difficulties. Like this, they will talk. How can that be bhakti? How can that be bhakti? They think that it is bhakti. I am devoted, but God only is not taking care of me. I have so much bhakti. I am offering him so many pujas daily. I am reciting all his stotras. See, this is all my bhakti. I have been such a great devotee, but he is not taking care of me. So, is that bhakti Ananya Bhakti? No, it is not. Because if you have that bhakti, that kind of devotion, there is no doubt. That doubt should not exist. Doubt can be there positively. How? So I am having so much of devotion. I am doing all these prayers with my full focus, with full shraddha, without any doubt I am doing. But I'm having this difficulty. Why? So that curiosity should be there. With that curiosity, you will understand the Paramatma Tattvam. So that kind of doubt is good. The doubt that will lead you, because without question, you will not find a path. If you are going somewhere, you don't know the path, you have to keep asking. Only then you will reach your destination. If you simply say, the path is not appearing by itself to me, nobody is helping me, if we sit like that, we will not go anywhere. But we have to keep asking questions. We have to, and always the answers might not come exactly how we need. So we have to process whatever answers we get. We have to try to decode them in a way that will actually lead us to the destination. Because many times this happens, no? When we are going somewhere, we are lost, we will ask some passerby. They will tell, they may also not know completely, but they will give some clues. Maybe I think it is here, maybe there, like that, something they will tell. So depending on their clues and using our own intellect, we will try to figure out where it is. Like that. So here also, having doubts which will lead us into the path of Paramatma is always good. That we should have actually. Otherwise, we won't learn all this. Because the Paramatma Tattva Jnanam is something which is not easy to obtain. To obtain it, we need to ask questions. Even in the one of the Shastras, it is given, a guru will answer only if the Shishya asks a question. If the Shishya does not ask a question, Guru will not tell the answer. Why? Because there is a logic behind it. I did not understand at first. Why is this like that? How can a Guru not tell the Shishya unless the Shishya asks a question? The reason is the Paramatma Tattva Jnanam is in such a way that it is so complex to understand without knowing until where the student understood or followed. What can the Guru tell? So, only when a Shishya asks a question, the Guru will understand until where he understood. And from accordingly, that answer will be there. So, the answer for all the Shishyas will not be the same. It depends on where the level of that particular Shishya. And that Guru can know only if the Shishya asks a question. So, that is how it is. So, you have to ask questions. That Sodhana should be there. Even if your Guru is Google, that is also fine. So the Google also will give you the answer depending on what you ask, the keywords. If that keyword is not there, you will never get the proper answer. Now, if I ask,
తన మానసికత స్థితి తెలవాలి, జిజ్ఞాస అనేది ఉండాలి.
Undali, correct. So when I am asking a question, something related to, say for example, pack. I will say pack. Where can I get a hot pack or pack? Just pack or hot pack. So hot pack can be where in which you store food, or it can be something which you apply when you have some pain on your body, or it can be something else. There are many kinds of hot packs. Now, if you simply ask, where can I get a hot pack to Google, what will it tell you? There are so many kinds. But if you have to mention particularly hot pack for pain, for body pains, then immediately you will get hot packs related to that. Otherwise, how will that other person know what you are asking about? So, depending on our question, the Guru will answer. So, and that only through that process one can attain Jnanam. Whatever Jnanam, Tattva Jnanam or even other kinds of Jnanam also will always depend on how we ask and how we obtain the answer. So that is why here Ananya Bhaktya and Tattvena, both are equally important. Having that faith is important, and understanding the tattvam is also important. I have seen people who misplace their items, expensive items like gold items, and then they will blame the god. If you are real, you come and show me where I put my gold. What is this? I have actually seen one person do that. And I am like, you forgot where you kept, and you are blaming the god. If you are really real, you come and show me in my dreams where I put my bangles. So that is very funny. I actually found it very funny. How can people do such things? So it is small carelessness. It is not even a proper difficulty for you cannot even count it as a proper difficulty, right? It is only their forgetfulness. They forgot where they kept, and now they are worried about it. So they are asking God like this. Real difficulties are different. In such cases, you at least asking God is a different thing. That is a totally different thing. But even for such small things also, I have seen people questioning God. That I don't call it as Ananya Bhakti. They do pujas, they read the stotras, they have a lot of bhakti. But it is not Ananya Bhakti. It is only bhakti, I don't know what to call it. But they do have devotion. I'm not saying they don't have devotion, but that complete faith is not there, is what I feel. That complete unwavering faith.
అది కూడా రొటీన్ గా అయిపోతుంది అనమాట. భక్తి అనేది కూడా కాన్షియస్ గా ఉండకపోతే అది రొటీన్ గా అయిపోతుంది. పూజ చేసుకుంటే రోజు పూజ చేయాలని పెట్టుకుంటే రొటీన్ గా చేసేస్తాం, కానీ దాంట్లో మనసు ఉండదు. స్టవ్ మీద బియ్యం కడిగిపోతున్నట్టుగానే పువ్వులు తెచ్చుకోవడం, అది ఇది పని చేయడం, పూజ చేయడం అయిపోతుంది.
So bhakti, even within people also, in the relationships among the people also, what I have seen is you love your family, but you don't have that trust. So in immediate family, at least I feel that you should have that kind of trust. Immediate family at least, right? But many times what I have noticed is they are so self-absorbed, they have so many circles. One circle is extended family. So when a total outsider comes, then they will support this extended family. But if somebody from the extended family itself is causing a problem, then they will go into their inner circle, only immediate family. Now this person in the extended family has become outsider. Now if a person within this inner circle or immediate family itself is questionable or having some problem, or there is some kind of discussion with them, then they will try to defend only themselves. So slowly it is always coming to me. When it comes to you, if you are still having that circle around you, then how can it be unconditional love even within your own family? That should not be there. And because of that only the relationship problems are coming. So that Ananya Bhakti, because with Ananya Bhakti, I think you can gain anybody's love. Not only Paramatma Swarupam, even other people. See, that is where the dogs come in. Why do people love dogs more than their own family members? This is not a joke. This is actually true psychology of the human beings. Why? Because the dogs show that unconditional love. No matter what you do, they still come back to you. They don't keep the if you are in frustration and if you shout at them or do whatever not nice to them, that one they will stay away until your anger comes down, and then they will come back again. They don't keep it in their hearts and stop talking to you or like that. they come back to you no matter what. How many ever times you shout at them, they will still come back to you. So that is the kind of love a person expects from other human beings also. Because other human beings are not like that, that kind of love is not there towards other human beings. Right?
అంటే చాలా మంది భక్తులు వాళ్ళకి ఏం చెప్పారంటే క్లోజ్ సర్కిల్లో ఎవరు ఉంటారో వాళ్ళ కింద భగవంతుని చూడమని చెప్పేసి అని చెప్తారు.
వాళ్ళ యందు
అంటే తండ్రి మీద చాలా ఇష్టం ఉంటే ఆ తండ్రి ప్లేస్ లో భగవంతుడిని ఉంచుకోవాలి.
కరెక్ట్. బట్ హౌ మెనీ ఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు డూ? అంటే దే సే దట్ now they say that my father is like God to me. They say that. But if it comes, if that father asks him to do something which is questioning his own integrity, say for example, or his own interest, say for example, then is this person ready to do that?
ఏదైనా చేయగలిగి ఉండాలి.
But once upon a time that was there, but in this generation that is slowly falling apart. But can we say that this person does not love his father based on that? People are becoming more practical. So we cannot even say, even initially I used to feel with certain things, see, you're not able to spend so much time with whatever you want. So maybe you don't like to do it, or you are not interested in it, or you don't like them as much as they like you, something like that. But what is happening is that lifestyles have changed. So the priorities have changed. The practicality has changed. So the way you, though you love them, you cannot do the things that they have done in the past. Right? In the past, there is no so much of what do you say, diversified duties. Everybody used to go to farming. All the women used to take care of the household. And all the kids used to play by themselves. Now what is happening? The mother is busy with taking the kids to the classes, again teaching whatever homework is being given to them, getting it done. And again, taking care of the household. Now that the houses have changed, the way you have to do everything. Earlier in the villages, there is dhobi for everybody. There is no washing clothes at home. The village dhobi only will wash and bring everything. You used to have some cattle and some helpers, or within the family itself, everybody used to live together, so the work is shared. And there is nothing else to do, so the housework itself is done happily. But now everybody wants to go and do something else other than housework. And without doing some other job, you cannot survive. So housework itself is becoming a burden. So if somebody expects, like in the old time, if you really love me, you have to cook fresh all 3 times a day. Who can do that now? But because they are not doing that, can we say that they don't love them? We cannot say that also. So that is what I'm saying. Love is there, but considering the practicality and the lifestyle changes, not only practicality, the lifestyle changes also, and a little bit of that priority to our own comfort. Based on that, certain things are put aside because they are not realizing the importance of that also. Say, for example, like how to say, for example, even for your own self, people are ordering food rather than cooking, even for our own self, not for somebody else. Why? Because they are giving more importance to the convenience rather than their own health. And 2 factors here. Most people are not aware of the health hazard that the outside food can bring them. They are truly not aware. And even if they are aware, they feel that that is where the lifestyle comes. So it is more convenient to simply order, and while the food is being brought, you can do something else. It can be because they have very busy job, they don't have the time, so they think it is okay. I am very busy, so let me order. But in the long run, what is happening is what we are unable to see. Initially, we think that is the only solution. But if we consider 2 or 3 generations, that is when the problem starts. See, now our previous generation, they did all the household work by themselves. So automatically they are much healthier because that movement is there, constant movement is there. All whatever exercises are needed for a human body, that is done as part of their daily life. And slowly these sitting jobs came in the next generation. So that is when the diabetes is the first disease that came in our parents' generation. Grandparents never had diabetes, most of them. Very few people had. But in our parents' generation, 60 to 70% have diabetes. Why? Because that going around, walking around the house and doing things has come down drastically. Most of the work is done within the house and not much exercise. So diabetes came in. It became initially, I remember when I was young, whenever somebody said diabetes, it used to be a big thing for them. They used to feel very sad that they got diabetes. Now, who is wondering? It is like people are expecting to get diabetes after 40. If you
ఎంత
don't have diabetes,
సుఖపడాలనుకుంటారో
it is a
కష్టపడతారు.
miracle.
ఎంత సుఖపడాలనుకుంటారో అంత కష్టపడతారు.
So they think not having diabetes is a miracle. That much changed in the last 30 to 40 years. So that is what I'm saying. If we take 2 or 3 generations, then we can clearly see how much we are losing. But in that moment, we won't realize. So and that is the time in our parents' generation, it is the time when the rice is being polished. Before that, in our grandmother's time, polishing rice was not there as much. In our parents' time, it has picked up really fast. And also at the same time, thinking that eating more polished rice is being very sophisticated. Eating unpolished rice is like because you are poor, you eat unpolished rice. So that also came. That false prestige thing also kicked in. Because of that, whether without realizing anything, people would simply buy polished rice. Because they are afraid what other people might think if they are eating regular rice. But they didn't know. They didn't know that that will lead to diabetes. Only after so many 2 generations, when we look back, the statistical studies are also coming in. That is when people are realizing, oh, because of this only diabetes is there. So now again, everybody is slowly shifting back to unpolished rice. So it is taking at least 1 or 2 generations for people to understand and come back. Even when the knowledge is there.
అంటే
It is
ఇదివరకు
not
అయితే
that we
బియ్యం
don't
దంచుకొని
have that
తినేవారు.
knowledge.
దంచుకొని తినేవారు. ఇది వరకు బియ్యం దంచుకొని తినేవారు. ఇప్పుడు అన్నీ మరలు వచ్చిన తర్వాత అంతా పాలిష్ ఇంకా పొరలు తీసేసి పాలిష్ చేసుకొని తింటున్నారు అన్నమాట.
Even in the rice mill, you don't have to remove all of it. There are ways where you can still remove only just the husk and still eat. But like I'm saying, before we realize it is people are going too far. Like how people are using cell phones as babysitters. When the baby is crying, they are giving the phone. Now the effect of it will not be known for until the baby is trying to conceive.
అది చాలా వస్తుంది ఇప్పుడు పిల్లల్లో కూడా. ఈ జాబ్లకు వెళ్తూ ఉంటారు కదా, వాళ్ళతోటి మాట్లాడే వాళ్ళు లేక వాళ్ళకి మాటలు అది రాక సరిగ్గాను అలా
ఉమ్,
ఇబ్బంది పడుతున్నారు పిల్లలకి.
ఉమ్.
ఈ ఆటిజం అంటారు చూడండి.
అవునవును. Autism is
ఉమ్,
because of not only that, autism
ఉమ్,
is because of improper diet of the
ఉమ్,
parents who are planning to conceive.
ఉమ్,
అది
ఉమ్,
autism అన్నది not only because of this, it is a mental developmental disorder.
అదే మెంటల్ గానే అదిలా వస్తుంది వాళ్ళకి అది.
Developmental disorder which happens in the womb itself.
ఉమ్,
Why?
కాదు
Because
కాదు 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 ఎందుకంటే మా వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు ఒకళ్ళు,
mm,
వాళ్ళకి ఇలా పిల్లాడికి మాటలు రావట్లేదు ఏంటని చెప్పేసి అని అనుకుంటే వాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్పారంటే డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి తీసుకెళ్ళారు అనమాట.
mm,
2 ఏళ్ళైనా మాటలు రావట్లేదు సరిగ్గానంటే. అంటే ఇద్దరు జాబ్ చేస్తున్నారు,
mm,
వాడితోటి మాట్లాడే వాళ్ళు లేక ఆ పరిస్థితి వచ్చింది. మాట్లాడాలన్న జ్ఞానం వాడికి లేదు, అంటే మన అభిప్రాయాన్ని చెప్పొచ్చుననే జ్ఞానం లేదనమాట.
mm. That is fine,
అది
but that is not called autism.
ఉమ్,
ఆ కండిషన్ మీరు చెప్పింది ఫైన్, బట్ దట్ ఈస్
ఉమ్,
ఓన్లీ బికాస్ హీ డిడ్ నాట్ హ్యావ్. ఇప్పుడు అంతే కదా, ఇఫ్ యూ లీవ్ సంబడి ఇన్ అ జంగిల్
ఉమ్,
వేర్ దేర్
ఉమ్,
ఆర్ నో హ్యూమన్స్,
ఉమ్,
they cannot speak human language. They will pick up the animal's language. Whatever you are
ఉమ్,
exposed to, that ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏ
ఉమ్,
ఎక్స్పోజర్ లేదు కాబట్టి he is not able to talk. But that
ఉమ్,
is not autism. Autism means a kind of developmental disorder, and that will happen
ఉమ్,
within the womb.
ఉమ్,
ఆ womb లో ఎందుకు
ఉమ్,
అవుతుంది? బికాస్ ఈదర్ ద ఎగ్ ఆర్ ద స్పర్మ్, మోస్ట్ కేసెస్ లో స్పర్మ్, ఇట్ ఈస్
ఉమ్,
ద స్పర్మ్ దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఆఫ్ గుడ్ క్వాలిటీ.
ఉమ్,
And why is the quality of the sperm not good? Because of the kind of diet the youngsters are taking these days.
ఉమ్,
The diet, ఎందుకంటే everything is empty calories. Everything that they are eating,
అవును
only maida and sugars.
అవును
80% of their diet is maida and sugars. So what nutrition
అవును
will be there? So the quality of the
ఉమ్,
sperm will come down.
ఉమ్,
With that less
అవును
quality of sperm becoming embryo, the quality of
ఉమ్,
the embryo also will be affected. And because
ఉమ్,
of that, some kind of developmental disorder is happening.
ఉమ్,
So that is the reason. But in your case, with
ఉమ్,
your relative, that child, the minute you again
ఉమ్,
expose them to language and all, they will pick up. There is no developmental disorder. Only that
ఉమ్,
exposure is not there. So she's unable to
ఉమ్,
talk.
అవును
But that developmental disorder is something which happens by birth. And because of
ఉమ్,
the compromised quality of the sperm or egg, mostly it will be sperm. Many times it will
ఉమ్,
be the sperm. But
ఉమ్,
even eggs can be like that. And with the
ఉమ్,
quality of the egg, why it is mostly sperm is because eggs are
ఉమ్,
already there when the baby is born. A female
ఉమ్,
baby,
ఉమ్,
when a female baby is born, at that time
ఉమ్,
only all the eggs that a woman needs are already there, along like by birth itself.
ఉమ్,
So the quality of the egg will be affected only if the conception is delayed. Ante
ఉమ్,
after 30. Now people
ఉమ్,
are becoming pregnant only after 30.
అవును
That time also the quality of the egg, because it has been 30 years since that egg has
ఉమ్,
been created. So the
ఉమ్,
quality will start coming down.
ఉమ్,
That is why, so if somebody is having children after they enter into their 30s, there is a good chance of the
ఉమ్,
baby having a developmental disorder. There will be a
ఉమ్,
good chance. Not
ఉమ్,
always it will happen, but there is
ఉమ్,
a good percentage that it can
ఉమ్,
happen. That is why
ఉమ్,
a woman who is pregnant after 30, the doctor will recommend some tests to see if there is a developmental disorder in the for the embryo. If there
ఉమ్,
is there, then they will tell the parent and they can get abortion.
ఉమ్, అవును
That also is there.
ఉమ్,
So that is why one has to have children
ఉమ్,
in their 20s, like 25, you know.
ఉమ్, ఉమ్,
During that time, the egg will still be in good condition.
అవును
It will not start deteriorating.
ఉమ్,
So all this people don't know. Nobody
ఉమ్,
is educating them.
ఉమ్,
They know only after they get pregnant and go to the doctor, that is when they know. So the doctor
ఉమ్,
will tell, okay, since you are past 30, you have to take these tests. But if somebody told them upfront, then maybe they will think about it and plan a little earlier and all that. Nobody is telling. So there is a lot of knowledge systems out there, but there is no proper guidance to the children. Many times parents, we don't talk about such things to our children. We feel uncomfortable to share such things. And even in the schools and colleges also, to some extent nowadays, a little bit of, exposure is there, but still not complete. Not complete knowledge is being shared about this. So the children don't know. They think it is too early to marry. I will marry only after, I get a job or whatever is it. Those are all valid reasons only. No, not that they are not valid, but if they had known this, then they would have counted this also, right?
No.
Because they don't know all this, they are only focusing on the career. If they know this, then they will parallelly think, okay, if I go beyond this age, then these problems will come. So I have to start thinking about that also parallelly. That kind of thinking also should come. Otherwise, the next generation will suffer. Most of them will be facing challenges because they don't have proper health. And even during pregnancy, how many children of this generation are eating well? So that also is there again. So not just for hunger. We have to be very calculative. Everybody is used to taking the pills. Okay, I am taking prenatal vitamins, so it is okay even if I don't eat leafy vegetable today. So like that, they're trying to compensate the vitamins instead of eating it with the food. And that vitamins not always are absorbed properly by the body. So they think, okay, I'm taking, and the blood test. What will they do? They will get the blood test. So in the blood, your calcium reading will be fine.
Not only that, they nowadays they are taking junk food only.
That is what I'm saying. Thinking that if I take a tablet, I don't have to worry about what food I eat because my vitamins are taken care of by the tablets. So I can eat anything. But what they are missing is absorption will not be there if we don't eat the proper food. Only if you take a vitamin tablet and if we are not doing anything else, that absorption by the body will not be there. But in the blood test, you will get calcium according normally it will be there, or vitamin D normally only it will be there. But calcium should be in the bone, not in the blood. Because it is in the blood, your report will say you have a normal reading, but your bones are still aching. If you fall, still they are breaking. They are not as strong as the blood test is showing. Why? Because it has to be absorbed by the bone. అది ఊరికే రక్తంలో ఉంటే ఏమైనట్టు? And whatever we eat goes into the blood. So in the blood test it will show.
భగిని బోన్ డెన్సిటీ టెస్ట్ ఇప్పుడు ఇంకోటి టెస్ట్ ఏదో కూడా అన్నారు. బోన్ డెన్సిటీ టెస్ట్ చేయించుకోండి, దాన్ని బట్టి కాల్షియం టాబ్లెట్స్ వాడితే మీ బోన్ అది ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతాయిట. ఆల్ దీస్ ఆర్ వేస్ట్. టెస్టులు చేయించుకుని టెస్టుల ప్రకారం బతకడం అనేది వేస్ట్.
And do you know that that bone scan test adi basically what it will tell is what it will do is it will take an X-ray, and depending on the thickness of your bone, that will give one score. So based on that score, the doctor will tell you if you have good bone density or not. Akkada varaku fine. That is fine. Bone scan, they call it bone scan. So that is fine. Then what are they doing? Just taking calcium will not be absorbed. Along with calcium, there are other minerals which will help the absorption of calcium. And what are those minerals? all those are very nicely packed in our rock salt. The minerals that are needed for the calcium to be absorbed into your bones, little bit of magnesium, potassium, manganese, phosphorus,
Sodium. Yes.
all these are needed in very micro minerals antar vatni. Endukante they are needed only in point milligrams.
Micro units.
So all those are in the rock salt. So we have to use rock salt along with the calcium tablet. Then the calcium will be absorbed properly. And for the calcium to be absorbed, not only these minerals, a little bit of vitamin D is also needed. So we have to sit in the sun compulsory. The vitamin D tablet that we take, or the injection or the tablet or whatever form they give us, again, will not be absorbed by the bones. The bones need vitamin D also to absorb the calcium. And it will not be absorbed or absorbed by the body. There are 3 different kinds of vitamin Ds. Again, not all are readily used by the body. Again, there is some kind of chemical process that has to go within your body for the body to be able to absorb it. Sunlight will do that. If you sit in the sun, that reaction will happen, and whatever vitamin D is there, it will react with the protein of your skin, and it will convert it into the form where your body can use it. Otherwise, it is waste. It is sitting somewhere in your body causing toxins. Not only vitamin D, even calcium. If that absorption is not there, it will deposit in wherever it can, in the joints or on the skin or under the skin. Under the skin accumulate aithe acne, rashes, you will get such health issues. If it is accumulating in the joints, you will get arthritis. You will be thinking, I'm taking calcium tablets. Why am I getting arthritis? Array, calcium tablet is the reason why you got arthritis. Because it is not properly absorbed, it is sitting everywhere. So like that, this nobody is explaining. The doctors are simply writing calcium tablets. And sometimes the calcium will again deposit on your arteries also. అది calcify అయిపోతాయి. Calcify
ఆ
అయిపోయి with the
సంగతి
fat.
వాళ్ళకు కూడా తెలుసు ఆ సంగతి, కానీ వాళ్ళ మెడిసిన్స్ అది ఇవ్వడం కోసం అందుని చెప్పరు.
ఇవ్వడం కోసము. And the calcium, I heard somebody on somebody's speech. So they work together, the cardiologist and the orthopedist, they work together. Okay, I'm sending so many patients your way by prescribing these calcium tablets. So for some people, now everybody's body is different, how it processes is different. So for some people, if it accumulates in the knees, for some people it will accumulate in the arteries. And they will get heart problems. Like this, rakarakalu. So what I would suggest is, eat all natural food, simple food, and sit in the sunlight. And rock salt is compulsory. Adi oka chinna kallu. Even like how you take tablet, like that if you take one, what do you call that? Kallu.
One crystal of rock salt.
Crystal.
Right.
One crystal.
One small crystal along with your calcium tablet. Why don't they make calcium tablet along with these other minerals? They say medicine is developing so much. All this English medicine does is suppression or surgery. That's all. Suppress at different levels. Suppress the pain, suppress the secretion of the acids if somebody is having acidity. Simply suppress the, what do you call those sensors which will release the acid. Antegani, what is causing acidity? How should we treat the root cause of that problem? Nobody will tell, the English medicine.
People also want immediate relief, Bhagini.
Immediate relief. That is also true.
Yes,
The people also
that's
want,
the
they don't
reason
want,
they gave us tablets.
they don't
That's
want
why.
to stop eating junk food.
Yes.
They don't want
Yeah.
to stop eating in the middle of the night. And
Yes.
if there is a problem, tablets.
Tablets.
So, so I feel, you know, there should be some change in the education system itself. From very young, if these are taught, then it will stick to the children. Like, because even now, if we all go back, we are very much used to what we used to do when we are little. That, and even though we put it aside for a while, we will always come back to it. Whether it is a habit or whether it is a dish that our grandmother cooks, whether it is a ritual, how it is done, if that is established in a child's mind at a very early age, it will stick with them. They will deviate from it during college years and all, but they will also come back to it. So that is how I feel. So the education system itself has to change. Luckily, our government is working a little bit towards it, but how much successful it will be and how soon it will be are still there. But the good thing is they are working towards it. Definitely, because that is the only way. Only the government can make it happen. Why? Because a few years back, like 5, 6 years back, Modi made taking any one Indian language mandatory for school children. Earlier, what was happening? Everybody was taking Spanish, French, German, like this only, as second language and third language. First
Yes.
language is anyways English. So there is no touch of any Indian language. Then all of a sudden, people started calling me and asking, how is Sanskrit? If my child takes a Sanskrit as a second language, will he be able to learn? Because already he's in 8th grade or 9th grade. So he has to focus on the science and math. We don't have time to spend on language. Will he be able to do it? Like this, they were asking. So when I asked what language did he do in the previous year, Spanish. So why are you not taking Spanish? Oh, now there is a rule by the government, at least one Indian language every child has to take. First year, everybody cursed Modi for putting that rule. But next year, everybody is happy. Second year, they are like, oh, we thought my son will not be able to learn mother language, but now he's able to read, he's able to speak. The grandparents are also happy and all that. So because the government made it countrywide, everybody accepted it. Though initially it was a little difficult, finally everything fell in place. So similarly, regarding this health issue also, I think it has to come through the government only into the education system. So anyways, for that, we all also have to do our whatever we can do within our families, educating our children so that they can use it towards their children.
And grandchildren also.
Yes. And we have to tell, see, the government is actually working towards it. Only then they will also pay some attention. Otherwise, they are like, oh, okay, this somebody sitting at home is telling me we need not listen. But if that is the reason why we have to quote things that are happening at higher level so that people will actually take it seriously. And I also quote Bhagavad Gita for such to make people take things seriously. See, even Bhagavad Gita says this. Then they are like, oh, really? Bhagavad Gita says that? And then they will think about it. So we also, whatever we want to convey, anyhow, all of this is really told in Bhagavad Gita. We are not simply making it up or anything, but we have to keep referring. Why? Because that will create seriousness and more credibility. So, anyways, so here bhaktiya and tatvena took us to this kind of discussion, which is good because we need to know that also. Tattvam, why tattvam, having the knowledge of tattvam is important. Okay. So this is this shloka and we'll stop here. Bhagini?
हाँ भगिनी सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः धन्यवाद भगिनी सर्वेभ्यः धन्यवादः
Shubharatri सर्वेभ्यः
धन्यवादः भगिनी.
धन्यवादः.
Next week also the same time, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
8 to.